Alright, so what's going on YouTube? I know it's been a while since I've uploaded any videos. Been slacking a little bit, just got a lot going on, as you may already know. As you can see from the title of the video, this isn't going to be a fitness based video. It's more about dogs. You can already tell that from the title. But I have been wanting to incorporate more dog vlogs, videos, whatever you want to call it. Just every time I attempt to do something like that, the content I get, it's just, I'm very dissatisfied with it. It's not really, I feel like it's not something I would really want to watch. So I feel like if it's not something I would like to watch myself, there's no point in pointing out because I feel like everybody else would feel the same. So yeah, big on quality. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the topic of this video, because gonna try and make this a pretty quick video, 8 to 10 minutes tops, and it's kind of a lot to cover. I'm gonna put a lot of stuff in the description below, so in case you do want to learn more about this breed, American Bullies, I'll link some stuff down below just so I don't have to use the time here to explain everything. And if y'all would like for me to go a little bit more in depth, just let me know and I'll do my best to make another video about it. Anyways, so let's get into the topic. First of all, not even just the American Bully itself, but just a dog in general. If you think about a dog, it's a luxury, not a need. You can survive without a dog. So in reality, having a dog is a luxury. Let's see. So second thing would be the quality cost. So the best way for me to put this is, okay, it's like you can go and get a Ford Focus for pretty cheap. However, it's not going to perform the same way a Ford Mustang or Ford GT or Ford Raptor is. Obviously they have more specs to them, so they're going to cost a lot more than what the Ford Focus would. So yeah, and some people might want a Ford Focus, which is fine. But now turning back to the dogs, you get what you pay for. If you buy a $800 bully or a $500 bully, 8-9 times out of 10 is not going to turn out what you really what you really want. Let's just use Baki for example. I kept Baki, but if people didn't pay me, with the price I wanted for him, he would stay here regardless. But I am sure that at some point someone would have bought him. And probably as a puppy, honestly, if I truly wanted to sell him, I probably would have sold him for $5,000. I mean, that's not trying to flex. That's not trying to brag. It just is what it is. Of course, I liked him so much that I decided to keep him. However, now, going back again, majority of the time, that $800 dog's not really going to turn out like Baki. And I've seen it happen a lot of times where, hey man, I got a bully, I only paid like $1,000. Or I paid $500, and then it grows up, and it's like, hey, how do I get my dog to look like yours, or what do you feed them? I'm doing less with Baki than what I am with their dogs, and Baki's looking better. Again, this isn't flexing or anything. It's just, it is what it is. So anyways, you get what you pay for. All right, bills. Okay, I'm trying to make this as quick as possible because it's a lot. You gotta think about food, water, electricity, maintenance, and by maintenance I mean, these aren't the biggest dogs, but at the same time they also need their space. So, you gotta buy kennels. Also, I don't keep my dogs just on the ground, so I keep them on an elevated wooden platform. So I gotta spend my money on that, and then, it'll last for me a few months or a few weeks. No, it's a few months, few years, better said. But at the same time, dogs still do something to it where we have to fix it or buy new stuff, or like right now, I'm keeping 3 females off the 2 breedings I did. So I'm going to have to make at least 3 more kennels. Probably more though, because I'm planning on keeping some more, or when I'm boarding females when they're ready to get bred to Baki, just got to have more space. So that's one thing. Food, okay. I was spending about $80 every 2 weeks almost on dog food. Right now, I did something else. I was buying 2 bags of Victor. That was roughly $40 for both of them. Now I'm buying 1 bag of Victor plus a bag called Value Pack, and it's really just a more economical dog food. It's for the price I'm paying $28 for a 50-pound bag, which quality ingredients, but of course it's not as going to be as good as the Victor. So I just kind of use that as like a little topping. Make sure they have enough food to get all they need with the Victor, and then the Value Pack just kind of add on just to kind of help them with a little bit more calories. So yeah, that's one other thing. Also, I also do a little bit of raw feeding, so I also have to go buy a chicken. Not only do I have to buy a chicken, I actually have to debone it, not all of it, but a good bit of it, deskin it, and also grind the meat, and then get cooking oil, goat milk, and then use all that for the puppies. So roughly I'm spending about 2 hours a day just trying to feed and clean the dogs. So you're also, whenever you buy from breeders, or not even a breeder, just a pet owner, pet enthusiast, American Bully enthusiast, whatever, you're also paying for that. And vet visits, oh my god, don't even get me started with vet visits. I've could have done so much money with the amount of money I spent on vet bills, and also just the ear crops in general. Like, I did the ear crops just out of courtesy. A lot of people, they'll sway a little bit more to buy a puppy if it comes over with ear crops just because they don't have to worry about it anymore. So luckily, to the vet I go to, they're very nice, very reasonable on their price. So I just went ahead and did it. But vet bills is just, trying to think. Okay, so for the amount of vet money I spent on vet bills with just this litter, I probably could have bought a new MacBook Pro, a 15-inch MacBook Pro, with all the specs and details. So if you want to know how much that costs, go do your research for yourself, because I'm not even freaking kidding or exaggerating. Like, I probably spent that much money on them. So you're also paying for that. So yeah, breeding costs. Okay, I'll just use I'll use Selena's litter for example. Okay, so Selena, I'll post a picture of her right here. She was bred to Grand Champion Notice. So first of all, I had to trade Selena for Blocky's sister. So I had to, let's just say she's worth, I don't know, let's just use the number $3,500. Let's just say that's what she's worth, for example, between 2 and 35,000. So there's that. So Otis' stud fee is $2,000. That's, let's just call it $5,000 right there. So $5,000 already that I have spent on them. Also, I had to do progesterone testing. That's where you're getting your hormone levels and figure out when she's perfectly ovulating. So that's $70 each test. I think I had to do them 3 or 4 times. So yeah, that's another roughly $200, $300 there. Not only that, I had to, the moment I got off work, which was at 5:30, got home at 6, packed up everything, or just did everything I needed to do. At 6:30, I was on the road from where I live, Durham, Georgia, to Marietta, Georgia. So that's a 3.5 hour drive. So I got there roughly at 10:30. Actually, no, 11, because I actually had taken Bella 2 days previously, or not even me. I had my best friend take Bella for me on a Saturday, so I was also picking up her. I went to pick up her, then dropped off Selena. So yeah, then we didn't stay the night because this was like on a Tuesday night. So we couldn't like stay at a hotel or anything. We had to go back to work. Like, also, like, it was me, my dad wanted to come on the trip, just also kind of helped me make sure I didn't fall asleep, and my brother, he wanted to tag along. So, and me and my dad had to work. Christian had to go to school, so we couldn't just stay at a hotel and just call out, because I'm also the only employee where I work at. That's another thing. So I had to do that, and so we ended up getting back home like almost at 2 o'clock after making pit stops and stuff like that. Spending about $100, $150 on gas, because that's a pretty good drive, and also to drive a truck. Don't have anything better that would work. So yeah, and it doesn't stop there. I had to take the dogs to get x-rays to make sure that it wasn't a pseudo pregnancy, and we also had to figure out like roughly how many puppies. Obviously, you honestly never gonna get a correct number. You'll just get an estimate, but that's therefore, let's say she calculated that she was gonna have 8 puppies, but if she only has 3 puppies and been like way more than outside the time frame where she's supposed to like have a puppy, then there's something wrong, and I would need to haul ass to the vet in order to get an emergency C-section because there's a puppy stuck or something's going on. So yeah, so she had him naturally birthed. You know, with this breed, you're technically supposed to do C-sections. However, with Bella, I've seen that she doesn't do very good with anesthesia. So last time I tried to get her bred, she went under anesthesia and she was having a lot of trouble like waking up. So that's one thing about having C-section done, like, and all that stuff. I don't mind doing it, but unless I like absolutely have to, or like we can avoid it, then let's do that. So that's breeding costs and everything. Now I'm going to get into kind of personal costs. You don't just like let them out in the backyard, let them do their thing, and just have them naturally. No, about a week and a half prior to when Bella was about due, I had her in my bathroom, and we were keeping on her because last time, going back to Baki is only a litter or 2. She had a total of 8, but only 2 made it. So yeah, it's mainly my fault because I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was. I never thought that she'd have him earlier. I was just thinking like, oh, she's gonna have him this day. Not the case. On top of that, she showed a bunch of like signs that she was going to go into labor. However, there was a lot of other reasons why it made it seem like, oh, that's just actually normal for her, because a lot of symptoms were just kind of normal for her. So it was just a bad luck, bad day, just live and learn. So I lived and learned, and we had her on 24/7 surveillance, but almost. But yeah, but basically for that time frame, I wasn't really getting sleep. I mean, I'd take like 2-hour naps, but then I like wake up just kind of to check on her, make sure everything was good. And then she finally had puppies. However, I didn't have a welcome box. I had a kennel, so what we had to do was separate all the puppies from her, and then move, keep Bella in the bigger pen, and then about every 2 hours, like rotate them out and let them feed. However, we couldn't. She had a total of 8. 1 didn't make it, so we couldn't put all the puppies in there. We actually had to do like 2, 3 at a time, whatever. And with me, like I was going to work from almost 10 hours a day, and some days I'd be like right after work I'd go to school from 6 to 10 o'clock at night, and then it'd be a 45-minute back home. So I was getting home at 11, and then I'd be on night duty with the puppies. So by the time they were ready, I only had about 30 minutes to like take a nap and start over again. So in reality, I was sleeping on the bathroom floor, and whenever I just kind of heard a puppy just kind of like cry or whatever, it was like, okay, that'd be the sign to, okay, grab them, rotate around the puppies. So yeah, so you're also paying for that. Oh, and on top of that, even now, you know, I'm trying to turn this into something, but also again, this is a hobby. Going back to personal cost, you know, I love what I'm doing, but at the same time, it is taking away from time for my family a little bit, time for my loved one, my baby. So, you know, you also got to think about that. A lot of people don't really think like, oh, well, you know, you're making money, this and that, or whatever. It's just, but people don't really think about the personal cost of the time because you're also paying for their time, you know. And let's just say if I were to go meet someone halfway, you know, yeah, you're paying for, I'm charging you for all this, but at the same time, I'm charging you for the time you're technically taking away from me from, well, my other hobbies or my loved ones. So yeah, yeah. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I think I went a little bit over the time. Yeah, about 4 minutes. So sorry about that. Didn't just want to start naming these things off without actually giving an explanation so they'd make sense. But I'm just gonna leave it here. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give the video a like. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And when you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the bell next to it. That way you'll get all the notifications whenever I do upload a video. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram on my bully page, and also put it in my personal page if you want to follow me there too. But yeah, anyways, thank you for watching, and see you next time.